Hi, Tim Spaeth here. Today we're going to talk about how to create a animated GIF for your classroom, Google Classroom banners. So I'm going to show you how to use Bitmoji to create kind of a standard. I think these are popular with teachers, where you create kind of a general classroom layout and then have an animated GIF. But really, once you learn the process, you could be creative and do a lot of different things with it. But I'll show you kind of the basic way to do it first. So you're going to go into your Google Drive, and from there, you could create a new slides presentation. Okay, or you could obviously go to slides.google.com. But either way, you're going to create a new slides presentation. You're going to title it Banner for Classroom or whatever is going to make it easy for you to remember. Then you're going to take the very first slide, the only slide at this point, and you're going to resize it. And this is very important because if you try to put any sort of picture or anything into Google Classroom banner that is not super long, it is just not going to take it. Okay, so anything this length, just a regular landscape mode, 16 by 9, 4 by 3, whatever, it's not going to accept it. So the first thing that we're going to do is go into File and Page Setup. And see, right now it's widescreen. That's still not nearly wide enough for us. So we're going to go to Custom. And we're going to, right now it's on inches. I'm going to leave it as inches and do 16 by 4. So we want basically a 4 by 1 ratio, but this is going to make it a big enough file that you'll be able to see everything very clearly. So 16 by 4 inches, and then apply that. And you'll see it stretches it way out, which is what we want. Then you have two options. Either you're going to click these text boxes and just delete them, or you could go to add a blank slide and then get rid of that first one that has the text boxes. But basically, you just want a blank slide, no text boxes. Then you're going to click background and choose image. And the easiest way to do this is Google image search. Of course, if you have a specific background that you want, you could pick that by uploading it or getting it from your Google Drive. But we're going to start from scratch and just look up room and wall background. And that's going to give you a lot of basic options here. Okay, I'm going to pick just a very plain one just to show you what's going on. So I chose that one. I'm going to click Insert. And I'll click Done. Now these are going to be very large floorboards, but that's okay. I'm going with it. All right, now the first thing that you have to do is create everything that you want to be your background in the picture. So I have a picture here. I could leave it as that. If I want to customize it a little bit more, I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and once again, I'm going to search the web. This time, again, I'm in Insert Image, search the web. So let's find a desk, and I'm going to put the word transparent in there so that I could just insert this desk. Let's find a desk that looks good. Let's go with this one, see what that looks like. Okay, chose that, selected it, click Insert. Matches my wall a little bit too much, but I'll leave it for now. Not perfect, but I'm going to go with it. Okay, so there's my desk. And I want a whiteboard. So I'm once again going to go to Image, search the web. I'm going to leave the word transparent, and I'm going to put whiteboard here. And that should give me a transparent whiteboard, which I can then kind of resize and move wherever I want. Put it up on the wall here, obviously. Okay, and again, I'm going through this very quickly, so you could customize it however you want. Okay, people add chairs and couches and things like that. Again, you would just go to Insert Image, and you could do whatever you want. Once you have the static background, everything that's going to stay the same in the picture set, then you're going to go over here and duplicate that a few times. So I could click right click, I could duplicate slide, I could highlight it, do Control C, and then Control V a few times. and that's going to give me my background in multiple slides. Okay, and then from there, I'm going to create motion by changing things in this background. Okay, in different ways in each slide. So one thing that, as I mentioned earlier, many people like to do is use Bitmoji, which if you have it on your phone, you could just go to Bitmoji extension and install it very quickly for your Google Chrome. It's very easy to use. If you've never used it before, I'd probably suggest setting it up on your phone first. It's a little bit easier to work with that way. But once I have it here, I'm logged in, then I could find any of these and start inserting them. Okay, and you could just, again, type in keywords, jump. All right, so peak, I'm gonna pick this one. Now I could right click it, copy, and then click back here and paste. And you see I just put it right there. And then that could be my first one. If I want to add something on this whiteboard, I'm gonna choose a text box. I'm gonna put it on the whiteboard, and then I could type whatever I want. Center that. I could change the font. I could change the color. I could do whatever I want, really. All right, so I could leave that there. Now, again, if I put it on one slide and I want that to stay the same throughout, I should copy it and paste it on all of the other slides. And if I wanted it to stay the same throughout, then I probably should have done that before I copy and paste it. But you could kind of change it as you go, obviously. So now that's part of my background as well. And then I could just basically do whatever I want here to show motion. So the second slide, I'll do another Bitmoji. Maybe I'm jumping. Right click it, copy it, go back down here, paste it. Okay, now I'm jumping. Yay! All right, let's get two more just to show you the whole process. Again, I'm speeding through this. This might take a little bit longer. Books. I'm carrying books, right click, copy, down here, paste. Let's put those on the desk, something like that. And then finally the fourth slide, and you can make this as long as you want. It doesn't just have to be 4 slides. Thumbs up, right click, copy image, paste, there we go. All right, resize it. All right, for the sake of time, I'm gonna say that's my progression that I want. 4 slides. I'm gonna get rid of the excess slides, so it's just these 4. Again, it could be much longer than that, that's fine, but I have 4 that I kind of like here, and I'm gonna go with it. So now what I have to do to make this into a GIF, because right now this is obviously just a slides presentation. I'm going to go to add-ons, and you're probably going to need to get it, but what you're looking for is Creator Studio. So I could go to get add-ons. I would just type in Creator Studio. It's going to come right up, and I'm going to install that. Okay, so I'd click install. I have done that already, obviously. So once you have that installed, you're going to go back to add-ons, and now you're going to choose Creator Studio. So I'm going to click open. And what this does is it takes the slides and turns them into a GIF. So the only thing that you need to be cognizant of here is output width. As we said earlier, we want this to be very wide. So we're going to change that to 1600. Interval in seconds is how long you want each one to last for. Now, in the case of this, I have 4 slides, so I'm going to leave this at 2 seconds. It's going to be 2 seconds each or something thereabouts. If you have a lot more, you probably want to bump this down so that it doesn't take as long to cycle through. But for me, that's good. 1600, I only have a couple slides, so I'm going to leave it at 2. You see right here, it's going to make an animated GIF or GIF. I forget which way the cool way to say it is. And I'm going to click go. All right, it says render completed. So now I'm going to go back to my drive, my Google Drive, because this syncs up with Google Drive. It probably actually asked you for some permissions, which you can allow. And then it creates a folder in your Google Drive where it will store your GIFs or GIFs. So you see here, this is the one I just made. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. So there it is. Now, if I wanted that sped up, I could go back to the slides, I could do it again, and I could lower the number of seconds and intervals, but I like the way that this looks. So from here, I can just download it. I could leave it here in the downloads little banner at the bottom, and I could go into my classrooms and put that on there. Let's see, I think I have a test class right here. I already had one. So let's change this, customize, upload photo. And I could just take this since I left it here and drag it right there. And then I'll just simply resize it. You see it fits very well. And click that, and then there you go. That's how you do it. Again, that's the basic way with the Bitmoji. There's lots of other things that you could do. Anything that's going to show motion or change or whatever you want, you could really customize it however you'd like. But that is the process that you'll go through. Contact me if you have any questions.